Oh man, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Tony here with another video. Like I tell every time, for the channel bits, bring it to the shop. Man, I got one for y'all today. What I'm showing you, right, is how to do the headliner that I have. I've been asked numerous times on Instagram. By the way, you don't follow me on Instagram, go ahead, follow that. I put that in there for you. But I've been asked constantly, how'd I do it? What I buy? Is it hard? All these questions, right? I'm gonna answer these for y'all today. I'm not gonna reinstall it, obviously, but I will give you a walkthrough on what I did, what I bought, where I installed it, all this fun stuff. Disclaimer, the car is disgusting. Not disgusting, but dirty. Don't judge me. The trunk is a mess. All that stuff in the trunk is behind me. You probably see it, you probably don't. It's whatever. It's a hot mess, but I'm not finna sit here and not show y'all how I did this. I've been asked numerous times and I can't not show you. You know what I mean? I'm here for y'all. And if I don't show you, what am I here for? You know what I mean? So this is what I'm gonna do. Walk y'all through the process, every little step that I did, how I did it, why I did it, and everything else you gotta ask. So stay tuned. Let's watch this. Let's make it happen. First thing first, for one, it's a beautiful day outside. If y'all don't see this, oh my God, look at this. Hair popping and all that. It's a little white. It's all good. It's called a wash day. I'll tell you, I need to go wash day later. Don't worry about that. But to show y'all what we got to do here. So first things first is boom, taking all this off, right? All this got to go. Whole headliner got to come off. Show you how to do it. First thing you want to do, you got to take this off. Go ahead, zoom in there. These got to come off. This kind of pops off on its own. Little tab right here. So I can show you. That kind of pulls down, dangles onto here. Same thing with that there. On both sides, you got to pop this off, right? Boom. Next, this has to come off. You're gonna feel like you're breaking it. I promise you, you're not. You just gotta yank it. It sounds bad, but just yank it. It'll come down. Once it comes down, boom, easy. You got the harnesses essentially that plug into all your stuff that work. Disconnect those, right? Boom. Then you have this. Some folks call them the old shit handles. I don't know the actual name for them, but you know the old shit handles here. You got two little tabs, one right there, another one here, and there's that star-like screw that's in here. Go ahead, take that out. Obviously, this comes out. Same thing for on this side. Back here, same thing. Oh man. But now you got the light. Again, it's the same thing you did for this. Go ahead, do the harnesses, right? So now you got all that off. Boom. Well, Tony, why the headliner not off yet? Because you got to do more than that, big fella. So you notice here, it's a little lip in here. Make sure you get that lip off. You might want to take off the pillar here. Not fully, but just pull it out to where this is free. Same thing on that side. And you want the same thing for the back, obviously, right? Boom. Once you do that, let me tell y'all this. The headliner is flexible. It is. It's pretty flexible. It's not going to snap, but that's not leeway for you to bend it as if you were playing Twisted. Don't just go bending this like it's crazy. You got to finagle the bagel, but have a little finesse. You know what I mean? Because what's going to happen is you're going to take this headliner out through that back door. 15 times out of 10, that's the best way to do it. If I'm wrong, go ahead and tell me in the comments. But that's what I did. Kind of bend it a little bit so that it goes to the back door. So once you get everything disconnected, it's going to drop down, obviously, because everything's disconnected. If you have the car that I have or any other car, there will be airbags in here. Just don't do anything stupid and destroy those. Also, if you have the sunroof, there is the wire harness that runs all along the headliner itself because the sunroof has to be powered. Beware of those wires. Don't destroy the wires, obviously, because you don't want that smoke, right? So after that, headliner's down. We're going to come down, boop, drop down, take it to the back. Once you do that, take it into your house, your room, wherever you want to go. I don't care. The tedious part about this is having to drill the holes in the headliner. Boy, let me tell you, having to drill the holes in the headliner, it's not fun. It's tedious, irritating. What's another word? Not fun. Not fun at all. So having to do that for every part. So you've seen the car, you've seen the video, there's lights that go all around everywhere, right? You have to make holes for those fiber optic cables to go through. You have to. Now, this is the fun part that comes in, right? So everything that you need for this kit, probably should have told you that before we got to the headliner, but whatever. What you need.
I'm having trouble hearing you.
Hold on, that's Siri on the Apple Watch. All right, what you're gonna need, right, is obviously the fiber optic kit. You need that kit. I will drop it down below. Don't go and buy no cheap Chinese or off-brand or whatever company you want to use. Don't do it. The link that I give you is what you want to use. Don't try to go smaller. Don't try to go cheaper. You go cheap, you're gonna mess up. You're gonna do exactly what I did. I tried to go cheap. Like, you know what? I don't need that many, and I messed it up. So again, you need that kit. With that kit, you need a hot glue gun. A hot glue gun is going to keep these fiber optic cables in the headliner itself so they don't, you know, fall down or fall out, whatever it is. You need that there. All right, those are the two biggest things. Then you're going to come to the power part. Now, let me tell you something. This is another disclaimer like I told you before. My trunk is a hot mess. My wiring setup is even worse. I'm not proud of it. I'm not here to brag about it. I wish I didn't have to show you, but I got to show you. I got to show you what I did. I got to show you the mistakes that I made. And then sooner or later, I have a better video, a better setup coming to show you how I'm going to really have my trunk set up. But I don't have that right now. I just have this below amateur wire setup. So I'm going to go ahead and take y'all to that. And we'll be right back. All right, y'all. So I said it before. Say it again. I don't want to show y'all this. I really don't. But whew, here it is, y'all.
He needs some milk. What is that? What is that? Wait.
All right, listen, man. Before y'all judge me, don't judge me. All right. So this is what we got going on. Obviously, your boy here is not the brightest. Little amateur hour. Listen. All right. I'm sorry. But get y'all what I got here, right? So this right here, what you see, this bronze-looking box, this is what's gonna give your fiber optic cables, obviously these right here, the light that goes through them, right? Normally, you buy this kit, gets plugged into a wall. So here's the rundown of everything you're gonna need to make this happen. What you see in my trunk, obviously. You're gonna need the power inverter, right? Oh, excuse me. Power inverter here, boom. That is for this to plug in to that. Boom, simple math, right? Or science, biology, whatever you wanna call it. Then you need this amp. Not necessarily this amp, but just a amp. You need an amp to give it power. That's what it does, right? Once you do that, I have a relay. Where's my relay? Oh, Lord. Here's the relay. Boy, do not judge me for the relay. All right. So before I go any further and just keep on pointing y'all at that, what you're essentially doing is having it set up to where your headliner lights only turn on when the car turns on, which is why the amp was needed, right? Because you got your amp in your car, you got your sound system. Your amp only gets power when your radio gets power, right? Boom. Therefore, the way you have it set up, you run the wires, run your relay, yada, yada, what you want, to where your headliner only gets power when your radio gets power, right? So therefore, when your car's off, you're not draining your battery. Because that's the last thing you want to do is have this dope-ass car, all these lights, this dope sound system, and then you go to show it off to your homeboys or your homegirl or your wife or whatever you got going on, and the car don't want to start. No siree, you don't want that at all. I'm telling you now, I had it before. You don't want that battery. So here we go, right? I'm gonna go ahead and show y'all what we got going on here. So power inverter, amp, relay. So you got your amp here, right? Amp is obviously power to the battery, ground to the battery. Simple science, right? Simple science. But then the amp is also powered by the remote to start, which is normally your radio. Most people run theirs to the radio itself. I did not. You got the 300, and you already know that fuse box is back here. The fuse box, the fuse that I went to was the radio fuse tap, or radio fuse. Pretty much when the radio gets power, amp gets power, right? So let's go ahead and open this up. Got all this shit right here. Boom. And like I told y'all before, I got them fuse taps. And boom, simply just goes in there. As you see, the wire goes. I'm sorry, this is electrical tape. I didn't use heat shrink or nothing like that. I'm trash. I know, I'm sorry. But Boom, tap in there, good to go. So now this turns on when the radio turns on. Now, the trickier part comes with the, here we go. The power inverter and the relay, right? So you got your power inverter here. It comes with its own cords, but of course I didn't use it. So cables, not cords. This one here is obviously ground. Boom, solid ground spot. Again, it's amateur hour. I will show y'all a better setup for this soon, but this is just temporary for now. But if you wanted to do this yesterday, here you go. I'm showing you how to do it. So that's the ground for the power inverter. And then it's the power for the power inverter, right? So here's our little hefty relay right here. All right, boom, here we go. So just to let y'all know, like I said, 85 is ground, right? So the ground for the relay went to the ground of the amp. Then you have next, which is 87. 87 is power. Power for the relay went to power for the amp. You do this because now your relay will constantly get power technically from the amp. As a ground, has a constant ground and a constant power, right? The amp will always technically get power. It has a power source. The next one is the remote, which is 86. That one you have going to the remote from the amp. Therefore, the amp only gets power when the radio gets power. Therefore, the relay only gets power when the radio gets power, because that's when the amp can give the relay its power, right? And then the last you have is the remote to power, which you have going directly to the power inverter. The power inverter will only turn on when the amp turns on, because that's when the relay itself clicks on to turn this on. Now, it might not be the right science words. I might be saying it wrong. Someone's gonna fact check me. Yeah, probably so. But I'm telling you now, the setup that I did, it works. It did the job. It got it done. So even if my words aren't the best, even if it's not the most scientific or whatever, I don't care, man. Whatever words you use, I don't do this for a living. I'm sorry, that's not what I do. So that's how you power it, right? But a lot of questions you might also have is how, Tony, how the hell you get in the car? All right, boom, I got something for y'all. So, boom, look at it, man. Look at the white elephant. Oh my God. Shit look dirty, but it's okay. Look at it. All right, like I said. So you get the headliner back in. You got to be a little careful because of the fact that you have these fiber optics in the headliner now. Last thing you want to do is break them or anything. Came out, they're fragile. That's what you can't forget. They are fragile. So you sit here and you're bending your headliner. You're just stepping on shit. You're gonna break it. You don't want that smoke. So let's get back in the car real quick. What's gonna happen is, I know I'm all over the place, y'all. I'm sorry. Stay with me. Keep tracking with me, right? You got your headliner in your house, your room, whatever. When you put those fiber optic cables through, you want to have your box, the box that I showed you. You want that box set up. If your headliner is like this, you want that box to the back left, your back left of the headliner, and pull it back as far as you, well, not necessarily as far as you can, pull it back far. And then once you run the fiber optic cables through, pull them through as much as you can without breaking them and without pulling that box. Once you get all your cables through, you want to do that for all of them. So that once you do it, you can cut the excess fiber optic, right? Once you cut the excess, you can go ahead, do your go hot glue, then cut. Once you put it in the car, you won't have anything extra dangling up here. If you have what I have, again, or you just got a big ass sunroof like I do. You got the big sunroof, what's gonna happen is if you don't pull them through and you just cut them all the same, you're gonna have excess fiber optics cables, I guess. Yeah, fiber optic cables just up in the headliner itself. And they're gonna essentially weigh down your headliner or get in the way. And if you don't tuck them right, it's a lot of hassle you don't want to have. So pulling them all the way through and then cutting them gets rid of the excess fiber optic cable, obviously. So when you put it back in your car, you're not worried about crushing anything or having to force anything up. It's just easier for you, right? So once you get all that in there, boom, 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 it's all in. Now, now you got to run this fiber optic bundle of cables like I have here. Right? Obviously put this in the trunk, don't run this through the car, just leave that here. You're gonna get the cables. What you're gonna wanna do, and here's that mess I told y'all about, I'm so sorry, oh my God. So, run them up. The reason why you're going to the back left is because now all your cables, you want them to come all down here. So remove this pillar here, run them all down, and then remove this little elbow that you have for your seat. If you have this in your car, remove that. Once you do, you can pull the seat down. Oh, that's a hot mess too. Pull the seat down, boom. You run that through, and every car has it, this little lip or whatever. You can lift this lip up, lift the lip up, and then run the cable, or run the cables through. Once you run them through, boom, slap dab, you're good to go in here. Make sure you got nothing extra, nothing doesn't fit. Make sure, you know, it's all snug. Like this piece here is still good to go. You know what I mean? Like it's not messed up or nothing. So that's what you want to do. That's the hardest part that I had, was trying to figure out where to run them to. Because if you don't know where to run them to, you can't give them power. You can't give them power your SOL. This is why buying the right kit is important. Because you buy the wrong kit and you only get, let's say, 200 pieces. Because in your logic, let's say what you're thinking is, oh, well, Tony got the 300. You know, he got this big sunroof. I don't need what he had. All right, go ahead and just, you know, don't do what I did. And get a cheaper kit. Get the kit with 200 pieces or maybe 300 or whatever. Then you go through and you try to install it and realize that it doesn't fit because your lights only went halfway down your headliner. You don't want that smoke. Or you're like, oh man, my car's shorter than his. I don't need that. And then you buy a kit that's 6 feet and doesn't fit. You don't want that. So I'm telling you, don't cut any corners. Don't make any shortcuts. Don't do it. You don't want that smoke. That's just something that you don't want to do because you're gonna pay for it in the end. I'll give y'all a short story. What I did, I bought the cheaper kit. Didn't fit. Like, all right, I'd be all right. So I bought the next kit. That's a little more expensive, but still cheaper than the kit I should have got. Still didn't work. Then I had to buy another kit, and that's the kit that I have now. I ended up spending more money and way more time on what I didn't need because I try to be lazy or, you know, cheap, essentially. If you're gonna do it, you gotta do it. You can go to a shop if you want, but that shop's gonna charge you way more than this cost. This altogether might have cost me about 300, maybe. I didn't do the math, maybe 300. Takes you time, but also saves you money. So that's that. That's for the headliner. For the picture, if you really want to know, Gorilla Glue. Simple as that. I measured out the sunroof. I went to Amazon. Boy, what I tell y'all, Amazon your best friend. Went to Amazon, found a dope picture, Atlanta skyline. If y'all cannot tell, if those who aren't from Atlanta or haven't been in Atlanta, beautiful city, go ahead, go back. But skyline, Gorilla Glue. That's what I use. It's the Gorilla Glue that's activated by water. I'll go ahead and put a picture down for y'all. And I dropped the link. Like I said, for everything that I use in the car, Amazon has it. If they don't have it, somewhere else has it. But I'll put out everything you need in the link below. Everything else, come back for more. Like I said, if I missed anything, by all means, ask me in the comments. You can DM me on Instagram. I'll give y'all my Instagram. And yeah, man, like I said, that's all I got for y'all. Boom. Like I said, come back for more. Subscribe, like the video. Don't be a hater. Come back for more. Because I'm not going to stop. Like, this is only the beginning. I'm only showing you what I've done. I'm not even showing you what I plan on doing. Like, I've been holding off on my build just for y'all. Just to show y'all what I got. So come back, man. Come back, watch some more. It's not going to stop. I got more things to come. That trunk's finna get a lot better. I'm telling you. It's going to look a lot better than what it did. Trust and believe. But come back for more. And that's all I got, man. Enjoy your day. Keep smiling. Keep doing what you do. Be back for y'all, man. All right.